One of the cherished features of Friends is that they are lifelong. For individuals with complex disabilities, their lives weren't very long. In the early 1950s, families with children with intellectual and developmental disabilities didn't have very many friends that were interested in helping to secure bright futures for their children. In the decades since its inception, the Orange Grove Center has emerged as one of the country's premier, progressive, and innovative community agencies, ensuring an abundance of trusted friends, collaborators, and supporters. Thanks to expanded newborn screening, intensive therapies, aggressive treatment, early intervention, and interdisciplinary programs, many of which were promoted, adopted, and honed at Orange Grove, the outlook for a lifespan that was once thought impossible is now regularly attained. Services forged from core values including caring, integrity, diversity, and excellence. Our son Jordan is the second of three boys that I have, and we fully didn't understand and comprehend the situation of his intellectual disability until he was actually a young child, 3, 4, or 5 years old. We knew we had some problems on our hand, and we started traveling around to different medical facilities to find out exactly what we had in the future. We traveled to Cleveland Clinic for Children. We went to Emory. We went to UAB. We went to Los Angeles. We went to over in North Carolina to the TEACH program. Just traveled extensively. You really want to try to find out what the problem is, and didn't come away with a whole lot of answers. Here in Chattanooga, we were at the Signal Centers for the beginning of Jordan's life up through around age 6 or 7. And then we turned to Orange Grove. Thank God we have an Orange Grove in our community. It's been something that we've cherished, and we couldn't have handled the situation in our family without Orange Grove, that's for certain. Jordan is now age 30, he'll be 30 here in August. He's been in the residence program since he was age 14. And again, thank goodness for the residence program. He's gotten along quite well with his roommates, and we look forward for him living there and having a healthy and good life.
As Dan said, as young parents, we were kind of desperate to find answers for all of Jordan's problems. We took him to various hospitals all over the United States looking for answers. At age 6, he moved from the Signal Center to Orange Grove Center, and we were full of apprehension about that, not knowing at that time exactly what Jordan's potential was, but hoping for good things. He had a teacher, I remember his first teacher, who trained Jordan to take his tray from lunch to be emptied independently, and I remember watching with tears as he accomplished this, and just thanking Orange Grove for their willingness to work with Jordan. All the teachers, he's had many teachers through the years who have been wonderful with Jordan. He did move to a group home when he was 14. They called us with the news that there was an opening, and we discussed it as a family, and he did move into a group home, which is about 10 minutes from our house. He comes for visits maybe once a month and enjoys his time at home, goes back happily to his group home. So Jordan has impacted our family in many different ways. Dan's been very involved with the board since Jordan was here at age 6, and our oldest son worked here at Orange Grove for a while. He was also a personal assistant to a young man, and has now moved to LA and is working in aside from his aspirations as an actor, he's working in a facility similar to Orange Grove where he works as a teacher's assistant with autistic population. And our youngest son, Alex, it affected his career choice. He's now in occupational therapy school, in graduate school, and he says having a brother like Jordan is the reason why he wanted to go into that field. Both of our sons are very good with Jordan. Even though Jordan is nonverbal, in the beginning there was quite a bit of isolation having a child like Jordan. It was hard taking him out in public. It still is in some ways because you get the stares from people and young children. When we came to Orange Grove, there was such a feeling almost of relief that we were surrounded by friends, people that cared about Jordan, people that cared about us as a family. That's been a wonderful asset to us to try to cope with what we've had to deal with through the years. I think all families dealing with children with some type of handicap need support, and Orange Grove has been our support.
Having a big brother like Jordan has really helped me become a better friend to individuals with disabilities, and it's really made me a better person, and I'm really grateful for the services Orange Grove has provided for Jordan. Orange Grove's almost been like a second school to me. In high school I had to get 100 volunteer hours, so I thought to myself, where would I like to spend those hours? Of course I don't want to come to Orange Grove because I feel so welcome here, and everyone's just so accepting of anyone that comes into Orange Grove. Without Orange Grove, I don't know where our family would be, and I'm just so thankful for the friendship that we've built over the years.
My son Jordan is simply one snapshot in the expanding Orange Grove family album, an album that has snapshots of Orange Grove being mentioned as a model of innovative health care by the president of the American Academy of Family Practice, that has snapshots of Orange Grove at the table advising 4 former Surgeon Generals, that has snapshots of Orange Grove receiving federal grants to create the region's first specialized oral health clinic, with snapshots of individuals deciding how they want to create an individual sensory diet, an album of snapshots that show how we are preparing the next generation of special education professionals, snapshots that capture our appointment as innovative advisors to the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, that show our formidable role as the editors of Exceptional Parent magazine, the country's most respected and referenced journal for special needs parents and professionals, and our acknowledged leadership in the prevention of sinister metabolic disorders through our successful efforts in expanding universal newborn screening in Tennessee. Snapshots that could not have been taken and placed in the Orange Grove Center family without the continued support of its friends. Friends who understand your past, believe in your future, and accept you just the way you are.
Ain't it good to know you got a friend? Ain't it good to know you've got a friend? Oh yeah, yeah, you've got a